All right, so you recommended The Help
Yeah.
to me. The Help. It was written and directed by Tate Taylor, based on a novel of the same name, I believe. And it's a film about. It's set in the 1960s, and it follows the lives of the Help, the coloured women who are hired to look after the kids of the richer white people around that time and do all the jobs, basically all the chores around the house. And there's still a lot of equality is not a thing, which is crazy to believe that even like in the 60s, like it just isn't that long ago.
Yeah.
There was that much racism that it was just ingrained in society. Um, and it follows a young writer played by Emma Stone, and she wants to become a writer, and her idea is to interview all the help and to get their stories published about what it's like. So yeah, first, well, the first thing I'll say, it's a really important emotional story that is told. I believe it's based on the truth. I don't know if they were actual characters. I haven't looked that up, but I'm assuming it's based on the truth
Mm.
about what it was actually like. Um, and it was actually illegal to preach equality. So the book that she was writing was illegal as well.
Ooh.
Crazy. So yeah, the acting: Emma Stone, Octavia Spencer, Bryce Dallas Howard, Viola Davis, Jessica Chastain, and Alison Janney were
Yeah.
all phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like this is a powerhouse acting performance from all of them. And when I was watching like some of the scenes, I just couldn't believe like how engrossed I was just in the acting. Like, uh, like seeing them all in a room just while one of them was washing up and they were telling stories, and it was just so natural. It felt like you were watching a play. But for me, the standout actor was Octavia Spencer. She
Mm.
was so good, like
Yeah.
so good. Um, and she plays one of the help who was interviewed at the time, and there's a lot of unexpected comedy that comes from her character.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's one really famous scene now in particular.
we'll talk about that at the end.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Uh, but I'm trying to think how I can describe it. It had a really good tone, like an emotional tone. Like this story was really important. The characters were just really well written. Um, it had really good pacing. Um, Fantastic acting. I've said before, it was jam packed full of scenes where I was just lost in the acting. There's tension, a lot of tension.
Yeah.
Comedic moments I've said before, and the villain. Okay, so the antagonist is Bryce Dallas Howard. Now she's just phenomenal in this film. Like some of her outbursts of scream of rage.
Yeah.
She's so good. Like in how horrible she really is.
Yeah.
You
You
just
really
hate
really
her.
dislike her, don't you? Like you
Yeah.
just think, oh.
She just treats like the
Mm.
help like they're so far beneath her. But it's obviously you need a character like that, and she did really well.
Yeah.
Good cinematography, really good editing. And then another thing that really stood out to me was the set design and the costumes, how flawless it all was.
Yeah.
It was so good. I don't know if they were nominated for an Oscar or if they won. I believe it was only Octavia Spencer that won,
Yeah.
but that was incredible. The sound design and Thomas Newman's score also added a lot to the film as well.
Yes.
Uh, so yeah, overall, I'd say it's an important film with really well written characters. You're rooting for them to get their stories told, and it's just a really well made film. All the aspects are done well, and overall, it comes together to a really emotional experience that has a great payoff. So yeah, I absolutely love this film. Really thankful you
Good, good.
recommended it. Yeah, because
Yeah, I'm.
I just yeah, it's one of those that's you I was so intrigued to
Mm,
hear about what their lives were like,
yeah,
and for it to be done in such a well-made film is just it, it kind of makes
yeah.
me it's kind of sad because it makes me not want to read the book now because I've seen how good the film is.
I know, I know. And good that you mentioned the book as well, because actually,
Yeah.
like, I've been thinking recently, I'm like, I really, really want to read that.
Yeah,
But no, I'm really glad you liked it.
yeah.
Um,
Especially the
because
acting. That was the highlight for me.
oh yeah, there's the six lead women that are just, as you say, powerhouse performances. Um, and the ending, oh, it just packs a real punch, doesn't it?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That okay. I'll
Well,
give it a score of 12.8. That's my review. Okay. um
that could be out of any. That could be out of 100. Like
12.8. That's
12.8 out of 17.
it's open to interpretation.
Okay.
Okay. So spoilers. We'll talk a little bit of spoilers now. So spoiler warning. The ending where it really packed a punch for me was when they were in church and it was Minnie and Viola Davis's character. I can't should have written
Um,
this down.
Abeling.
Aileen, yeah, that's right. When they're going to church and then they're late and then they come in and everyone is cheering them and they get up on stage and
Yeah.
it's just oh god.
Yeah.
It just shows you like how brave it was what they did, um, and how thankful everyone is
Yeah.
for the courage they had, and also like the pressure of what it is to be you're a white person wanting to help, but there's so much like packed against you, like the odds are so against you, like nobody wants to hear it. Skeeter, Emma Stone's character, she's trying to get this message out that the risks that they're taking, that's where all the tension comes into play. It
It's
really good. Is there anything
just
you wanted to say?
I'm
Yeah.
just thinking there, like when you mentioned Emma Stone playing Skeeter, I'm just like, this was just so perfectly cast.
Mm.
Like Emma Stone is the perfect person to play that character, like to like play that kind of like sort of like confident, like kind of sort of vulnerable, like um, kind, good natured, like revolutionary kind of
Hmm.
character. But and she was like a lovely and Jessica Chastain, sorry, so
Absolutely, yeah.
sweet. Like
Yeah, and
she's so nice.
you're so sad that no one likes her.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It just makes and it makes you hate them even more because you're just like,
Yeah.
oh,
Like why
like
do you not
you're excluding this like lovely person who is like just
Yeah.
like and it is so perfectly cast because Jessica Chastain is like the perfect person to play that role because she is so sweet. But no, and no, the ending that packed a punch with me was really, and and it's every time I see it, it still makes me just,
I think I
whew,
know what you're gonna say.
is when Aveline is leaving,
Yeah.
when she's leaving the little girl at the end, and she's
Yeah.
like, "You was smart, you was
Yeah.
special, and you was
Yeah.
important," and it's just like, whoa, that's hits me right, like,
Yeah.
and then she just leaves the house, and she just like, and it just follows her, like,
The
and
last
then
shot
and then
is
the
a
last shot
crane
is
shot. Yeah.
just.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just her walking down the road, and it's like Mary J. Blige's song comes on, and you're just like, oh, what a, because she's like, and there's like her inner monologue. It's like narration is like, when she's like, her mom always said there was going to be a writer in the family, and then she just kind of smiles to herself.
Guess
It's
it'll
just
be
like,
me.
I
Yeah.
guess it's going to be me, and it's just like, yay, like, it's a sweet, it's like
It's
quite a
great.
sweet, it's a quite a sweet ending. Like it's nice, it's quite like um gives you that good night, as you say, like a good payoff.
Very good payoff. Another good payoff in the film is the ending scene with Emma Stone and Alison Janney. Uh, it is where she tells Skeeter how proud she is of her.
Oh,
After all
yeah.
the truth has come out about what happened with Constantine there, and the tragic story behind that. But they kind of understand each other. They understand what happened. She knows that she wrote this book, and she stood up for her when Bryce Dallas Howard's character came round to, shout at them. And then she says, she accepts that she's going away to New York to be a writer, and tells her how proud she is. And then there's a line in there that really stood out to me, and it's when she says, like, courage skips a generation. And I was like, oh, that's such a good line.
Yeah, that's lovely
Yeah.
line. And doesn't she get sick? Doesn't she, Alison Janney's character? She gets
Yeah.
cancer.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
and it's kind of, I think it's kind of hinted at that she's recovering, or I don't know if they're being hopeful, or
Yeah.
So that's a really good ending. And then we can't end this review without talking about the eat my shit.
Yeah. Yeah, that is brilliant scene. It's such a standout.
Yeah. It's
and
so funny.
But it perfectly blends in, like, Octavia Spencer's character perfectly blends in that humor, but also the slightly serious, like, dramatic side. Like, she's the perfect person to play again. Like, it's everybody's cast perfectly. Yeah.